Dasher. We are going out on another dash today. It is, I think, Wednesday, so it's a long day. We'll get two segments of one, the regular Rambling Dasher, and the nightly episode, or the late night episode of Dashing in the Dark. So we're looking forward to that. We'll come up with a random top 5, and somehow, some way, we'll squeak in some personal finance talk in here. So looking forward to tonight. Appreciate you guys joining me. And yeah, so I've already hit dash now, and I'm kind of sitting in the neighborhood still, driving through the neighborhood. Hadn't got any hits yet. I can tell you that my acceptance rate right now is at a measly 66%, so I had to schedule this. I don't know if it was good enough to not schedule, or maybe busy enough that that DoorDash would have allowed me to dash now. But anyways, fortunately I scheduled it. So just a heads up on where I'm at right now. Silver. So silver, because they rearranged the order of the priorities of what it takes to be silver, then gold, then platinum. Right now I'm at 66 on acceptance, 98 on completion, 93 on time delivery, 5.0 customer rating, 166 in the last 30 days, and tonight I will hit 2,500. I'm at 2,496 right now, so that's where I'm at this week. I have a goal of 400 plus, so usually I'll get 100 on the long nights, so 3 nights a week, and 50 each on the short nights. So that's the goal anyway. I don't always hit it. Right now I'm a little behind. After Monday and Tuesday, I'm at 142.15, so that means I need at least 108 to get up to my the number I'd like to have, and I'd like to make more than that, just because you never know what's going to happen on Thursday and Friday. We're supposed to get bad weather, and so it's overcast today but warm. It's warm in this car, so hopefully it'll maybe a little later it gets, it'll cool off a little bit, but it's feeling a little humid as well. So these overcast clouds could turn into a thunderstorm at any moment. So and here is our first decline of the day. So I'm very tempted just to say roll with it tonight, but man, oh man, this is $2, which means it's a 0 tip. It's a pizza delivery, and sometimes pizza deliveries like to give the tip in person, but I tell you what, so tonight we're just going to take all the orders and see what happens. Alright, so I'm going to accept it with 1 second left and head down to Marco's Pizza. Alright, so I'm hating this, but tonight I'm going to get my acceptance rate back up to over 70%, and maybe I won't have to decline anymore the rest of the week, or I won't have to drop back below the below whatchamacallit. So I'm just gonna this is very hard to do because I don't like doing it, but I see a lot of people that say that don't accept the crap orders, but I really have seen a difference in the type of orders or offers that I get, versus the ones when I'm platinum versus when I'm silver. Now, I don't know if that's real or not, but maybe. So we're gonna roll with it tonight and try to get everything we can. People are acting a little weird here. Following too close, driving, and blocking driveways. Alright, Alright, I'm going to pull up here and run in and see how long it's going to take for this $2 order, and just know that at the end of the day we're going to hit some numbers, so one way or another. So I'll see you back in a minute. Alright, we are back. I'm going to start out with a snack here with a Cliff Bar. I don't know, I think it's funny because if you've watched my videos, you know I have some affiliate links with Amazon, and Cliff Bars is one of those things. So if you like Cliff Bars, check them out. Doesn't cost any extra on there, and with affiliate links, then I get a little bit of a payout as well. So anyway, just if you have a chance, I like the macadamia nut, or what is it called? White chocolate macadamia nut. I will say they've changed the recipe because they're super ooey gooey sticky lately, and hard to get out of the package. But this one came out a little bit better, so. But I don't know. I think they've enhanced the flavor a little bit. We might have added some high fructose corn syrup in there just before RFK can ban it from the US. I don't know if he'll go so far as to ban high fructose corn syrup, but it'd probably be best if he did. Saw that we're getting rid of like 6 food dye colors. So probably not a bad deal. The thing you gotta like about RFK is, one, he was a Democrat, and then he couldn't get in because he wasn't entrenched in the system, right? So he found a way in. Now people hate him because of it, but he found a way in, and I just hope that he makes the most of it and does the right thing, and not let money affect the decision processes, because we know that all the foods that we eat in the United States that are not good for you and are readily available for you is, one, either it's money, and it's all about money, and it's not about health and safety of the people. So there's lots and lots of foods that have been passed by the FDA and approved by the FDA because they have been, their pockets have been lined. It's been lobbied and lobbied and lobbied against, so plenty of late night meals in those Washington DC restaurants. But tons and tons of money passing hands, and then the people that are selling the stuff are making tons and tons of money because they put it in the foods, and it turns out, guess what? It's highly addictive, and it causes people to be overweight, and then when so many people are overweight, it affects the economy of the United States, because then the government health care has to kick in and cover things that they wouldn't normally cover, like obesity and getting different kind of either surgeries or just for whatever, it's just like even if it's only the poorest of poor people that can't take of it, but more and more of those people are on the books as far as being on welfare and being on Medicaid and Medicare, or I guess Medicaid and Medicare, but and with more and more people having those insurance products that the government pays for, then it is a burden on the system whenever all of these people have preventable obesity because of the foods that we're allowed to put in, the ingredients that we're allowed to put in the foods based upon lobbyists and people making money off of it, profiting off of it. And then the fact that the doctors and the drug makers profit off of it as well. They don't do preventative here. They do, what do they do? Reactive medicine, not preventative medicine. So, that's a little soapbox for you right there, right off the bat. But I say let RFK go in there and clean it up. Which is what he said he wants to do, right? Don't hate on him just because he got in there. If he's going to do good things, let him do good things. So I've sent 2 messages to these people on a $2 delivery. Here's the kicker, is that $2 deliveries are the ones typically that will give you a 1-star review. So my brother just sends a picture to me and my nephew, and it looks like the cockpit of an airplane. I don't know if that's what it is or not, but it looks like it. But I also know he is a I don't know what he does. He's like a general manager or something over a Genesis dealership. And I just wrote new Genesis. Well, guess what? I am thinking that this GPS just sold me down the wrong road. I hate it when this thing does this. So there's a road that goes back side of a neighborhood. And the back side of the neighborhood is the back fence line of the house that I'm delivering to, but not in the neighborhood that I'm delivering to. So now this is like a little dead-end street, and there's a dude blocking the road down there, so I can't even get down in there to turn around, so I'm having to back out hoping nobody else comes down this road. And you know what this old car doesn't have? It doesn't have a backup camera, so I'm just freewheeling it out the rearview mirror. So, yeah, all the joys. So, thanks a lot, DoorDash GPS. You stink. Alright. Well, I don't have an affiliate link for Mountain Dew, but here's to you. I need a little. I had a caffeine drink this morning. But, that I get from Amazon. So I may share that with you. It's, I can't think of the brand name or anything else about it. I just know it comes in a powder form, and it's like tea. So it has caffeine in it, and has, I think it's a blackberry flavored tea with caffeine and other things for like people who work out, which I don't know what that is, but it's supposed to help those people either before or after the workout. And but all I got it for is a replacement for Mountain Dew, and then I just drink Mountain Dew on top of that, evidently. But I just needed something to replace Mountain Dew with to try to get my caffeine, because I don't know all the things. I know Mountain Dew is not good for you. I just drove by the house. It looks like, I don't know what the address, 20. Because I can't tell what this stuff looks like on this side or where that road is, but it must be right there. No, that's not it. Alright. Oh. There we go. Alright. So I'm going to go deliver this food. I will see you back in a minute. Okay, so DoorDash paid $2, customer tip $0, but they handed me $3, so that was a $5 deal right there. So, and my DoorDash, my acceptance rate is up to 67%. So now, if you've watched any of my earlier videos, you know that I use Simplifi to do my all my transactions. So I'm logging into that real quick and just go into the transactions and adding the $3 to my cash, so I can keep track of that kind of stuff. So I know it seems like just a lot of extra work, but really I'm just adding it in right now. It takes less than a minute. Plus $3 in the cash account in the category of income for DoorDash, and create the entry, and now it's done. So easy enough, easy peasy. Off to load DoorDash again, see where we're going. So I'm gonna head back in towards town and just see what else we can get. So that was nice of them. I do appreciate it. I know it's easy to talk smack about $2 orders, but sometimes you just don't know what people are going through. I wonder, and I can tell you this, I wonder how many people have declined the order, because I got the order and it was like less than 2 minutes before I was at the restaurant, because I was already driving that direction. And when I walked in there, they had it sitting on the shelf. And that's not ever the case at Marco's, so I promise you, I feel confident that someone declined that order before I accepted it. So probably turned out to be an order that I would have accepted had it been a $5 with a, I can't imagine it being more than 2 or 3 miles delivery. So it meets the criteria of over $1 a mile. I'm getting more and more, if I choose, that I try not to choose things that are $5 or less. Even like $5.50, $5.75 are like aggravating, because I know that it's going to take 15 to 30 minutes to pick it up and deliver it. And by that time, you're sitting at less than $10 an hour if you get 2 orders. So here's my second order. Holy crap. It is, why so far away? That thing is all the way up into Little Rock. I'm going to go ahead and accept it because it's $12.25, and maybe they'll give an additional tip. I don't know. It's at my favorite pizza place, so I can go ahead and say hi to the guy in there. His name is Brian that owns it, and he's really nice. So, but it is less than my dollar per mile by about 2 miles. So it is what it is, but we're gonna get money on the table. And I said beforehand, when I took that $2 tip, that my goal is to get my status up tonight. I have 2 goals. One is to make $100. 2, to get back to platinum. So that just means I need to take some orders that might not be within my normal criteria anyway for acceptance. So, and this one is the $2 one was not there. This one is missing out by a couple dollars. Maybe they'll throw in an extra tip. I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine. It's going to be a good $6, $7 for the delivery fee on this one from DoorDash, and then maybe like a $6 tip or something. So, because it's 14 miles is a long way. It's going to cost me to have to get gas tonight. I'm not going to make it till the 1st, but this is what happens. I drove my other car this past weekend, and we went up to Russellville and back, and then I was like, crap, I got to get gas. That thing cost me $60 some odd to get gas, and blows out my gas budget for the month. I put it at $200 as my budget for the month. Knowing full well that, if I make $1,400 and $200 of it's going towards gas, and I rarely ever drive my other vehicle, but it just so happens I hadn't drove it in like 2 months, and the battery was dead, so I had to go and pull cars around and pull this little thing up into the garage, and then jump it. And then it works just fine. So I just need not to let it sit for 2 months again next time. But anyway, but I had to fill it up with gas, and it was $60 something, which I was well on my way to not exceeding my budget for the month for gas. But now, because of that one tank full, it's gonna blow me out. So I'm gonna go pick up this pizza. I'll be back. All right, got him a message sent, got the pizza packed up. GPS says 21 minutes. It's about 40-50 minute round trip, which kind of stinks for this one, because I mean, granted, it is what it is. It's $12, but that's gonna put me back at that'll put me at an hour and a half in with a grand total of about $16-17. But we are going to make the most of it. Alright, now it's 22 minutes because evidently I was supposed to go to the freeway. But that's alright. I told them 25 minutes, so how about that? So, traffic is bad this time of day, so it's going to be slow as normal, and it's a long ways where I'm having to go, so. I guess some of the negatives about that pizza place is that it's so freaking good. People from long ways away just order it on DoorDash, and then number one, and I'll say this because I live like 3 minutes away from that place, so I get it. We open the box, get it home, we eat it. It's still piping hot. And the beautiful thing about, well, they got a New York style pizza. I always get the Detroit because the Detroit for me is, and I like thin and crispy pizza personally, but their Detroit style pizza, their crust is delicious. They put this cheese around the outside of the pan, and it just kind of burns in there to a little crispy edge. And it tastes so freaking good. And the dough is good. The sauce is excellent. He's got I get the double pepperoni there. It's called Different Dough Pizza Co. So it's in Bryant. If you haven't tried it, you need to try it out if you're from this area. If you're ever driving through the Bryant area on Interstate 30, you ought to look it up. And they're open like 4 till 8 or 9 every day but Tuesday, it looks like. So but yeah, he's a really good guy. I enjoy chatting with him. So if you ever get a chance to go in there, tell him that the Rambling Dasher, he won't have a clue who that is, but because I also have Tip Top Chew, so he knows who that is. So tell him that Tip Top Chew sent you. I've thought for years about doing a Tip Top Chew YouTube channel, but I don't like, I'm not like a I've already left. She's like, can you be sure to grab my Dr. Pepper? And I was like, I've left like 5 minutes ago. I'm just gonna say, I got you. I already sent her a message saying I'm on the way. So she said thank you. So I don't know. I'm not sure where I'm taking this to. There's no telling. It looks like it's up in Little Rock. I do hate that I'm driving all the way to Little Rock for this delivery, but it's alright. It'll be alright at the end of the night. It will be okay. Alright, so the Rambling Dasher. What do we got to ramble about today? So I think I've wore this shirt once before, but this is my dog. His name is, I don't know if I can get it up there, but you can kind of see his name is Otto. So I did this. I tried for months to get my kids to like, hey, do me an image that I can put on a t-shirt of the dog. And they're like, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. And I spent all of 30 minutes researching, found an app, took a picture, plugged the image into this app, and it rendered this picture. You have a few little things that you can drag these bars up left and right on it to kind of fill the lines in and get more detail or less detail. But pretty much it's got pretty good detail. You can see his nose, his two eyes, his ears are brown. A lot of his face is brown. But he's got big floppy brown ears. So the detail came across pretty cool, I thought, and I went ahead and dumped it out on a shirt and ordered one. But I really like this. I like this shirt. It's a soft material. I think it's by Gideon or something like that. I usually always order these soft tees because I like them. I didn't want a lot of color on there, so I just opted with the black outlines, because I know sometimes with a lot of color, especially the way I treat clothes, is I'll wear them and wash them and wear them and wash them and throw them in the dryer. And these press-ons, they either start fading or peeling after a year or year and a half. I'm trying to think of when I ordered my Tip Top Shoe shirt. But I had some from maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I still wear it, but it is kind of faded. So I got a new one today, and I held it up to the old one, and I was like, not today, but a couple of weeks ago when I got this. I knew I was going to see a big difference, but it's just kind of startling. But I still like the old one. I will still wear it, because, I mean, old just means vintage, right? And vintage is in. So, there you go. But yeah, so I have this. I don't know if I put this shirt on our shop for t-shirts. I doubt that I did, but I might have. But anyway, we can always take a shirt and do our best to get an image like this onto a shirt with the animal's name on there as well. But I don't know, it's just something I play around with every once in a while and get new designs and dump them out there. Sometimes they're like neighborhood related, so if you live in a neighborhood and you want to get a t-shirt order for people in your neighborhood with the name of your neighborhood on it, then we can come up with the design. Like my neighborhood, I have one that we did this year that just has a state symbol on it, and then it says the neighborhood and the city in a script that goes across the state of Arkansas. So I thought it turned out pretty good looking. And then we've done other ones that have the name of our community on it as well, with a picture of the Bryant water tower in the background. So that's kind of interesting. Oops, what does this do? There's a dude standing in the middle of the street back here. Other side of the street on a cell phone, and he's standing in the street, maybe just waiting for traffic to die down so he can run across, but it is crazy backed up. Oh. So yeah, I was kind of so 12 states sue Trump administration over tax hikes through tariffs. Well, good luck with that. I don't know what the difference between Congress signing bills that are taxes on the American people and the president signing the bill versus tariffs that are not direct taxes but potentially have implications that it could raise the cost of goods, but it's not a tax on the people. The tax isn't necessarily a tax, but it's it might get handed down in the form of higher costs because the cost of the tariffs get passed on. So, but I don't know that they can call it a tax. But who knows? I mean, I don't think it'll go anywhere. I think that, why weren't they suing Biden when he was putting tariffs on countries? I don't know. It's just one of those things. It's going to be 12 Democrat states that loved it when Biden did it, hate it when Trump does it, and if another Democrat gets in there, then Republican states will sue that president. So it's just ridiculous. They're wasting their time and they're wasting their taxpayers' money. And that is real taxes that are being used. I don't know if you want to call it fraudulently, but definitely not in the best interest of the people of their states, to waste attorney's fees and filing fees and whatever else there is associated with trying to sue the federal government. But obviously they don't look at it like that. They see that it's like, oh, well, we don't like that he's doing that, even though those countries have tariffs on our goods, but it's not fair for us to put tariffs on their goods. So I don't know. It's kind of it's just a big mess out there that I don't know. It's just kind of crazy. I can see both sides of the argument. I don't like tariffs. I understand. I personally feel I understand the need for these tariffs are not because we want to raise the cost of goods for Americans. I see them as in good faith to try to get into an even playing ground with these other countries who have tariffs on us, but we don't have tariffs on them. So to place tariffs on them that equal the tariffs they have on us, then negotiate to where there's no tariffs at all on either direction, to have quote-unquote free trade. And even if you do have free trade, it's not really free trade because our government has certain rights for their employees, the workers, not from the government, but for all employees in the United States, that they have to have certain rights and certain like minimum wages and certain expectations on like insurance and pregnancies and all that fun stuff, right? And other countries do not. So therefore, their goods, their employees make way less money than our employees do, and therefore they can make the goods so much cheaper than the United States can. And the crazy thing about it is that typically they have better work. I don't know know if it's work ethic, but they have a morality about them that they don't want the materials to be of poor quality. And usually it's not. Now, I can't say that for 100% certainty. When you have little tiny hands making iPhones in China, they might miss a few things, but that was just a joke, but still. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things that we know things are going to be more expensive here because the reality is we don't have the labor force that wants to do those manufacturing jobs anyway. So the push to get manufacturing jobs in the United States when people don't want those jobs to start with for the most part. At least the younger people coming up. Now, the older people that lost the jobs to start with 10, 15, 20 years ago, they still want those jobs. They'll take those jobs back in a heartbeat. But who's going to replace them when they get older? The kids today, no. They're more apt not to work and live in their parents' basement and say, well, this is an argument that I have, right? It's like, why I don't want that job because it only pays $14 an hour, and I really want to work at Starbucks and they pay $15 an hour, so I'm gonna wait until I can get a job working for Starbucks. I'm like, well, what if Starbucks doesn't hire you at 15 but this other company hires you at 14? Which is better, $14 an hour or zero? And they're like, well, I'll just wait till I get the 15. I'm like, what if you don't get it because the competition is so high to get that $15 job? What if you need experience on your resume and you can get that at the $14 an hour job, and then turn your resume in saying, hey, I've got this great experience at this place over here. Now, and I'm just like, I don't know how to argue with that logic, right? The logic isn't there, and therefore there's no way to argue with it because it's illogical to think that way. But that's the way these kids think today. And I'm just like, what in the world? And yet I'm out here DoorDashing to make extra money. So, I definitely don't want to work at Starbucks, I promise you that. My car has a weird vibration today that I'm not liking. This freeway because I don't ever come up this way, or if it's the car itself. I don't know if the tires are out of balance. I just don't know where I'm going. So this is interesting where this is taking me. So, yeah, I thought I was going somewhere else, that's for sure. I still have 7 more minutes to go, so there's no telling where this thing is taking me. It seems like it's some kind of an apartment of some sort. people are doing. They just sent me a GIF with SpongeBob. Oh, that's the last order. I sent them a note that said, "Thanks for the extra tip, much appreciated." So she just sent me a text back that has SpongeBob reeling up, like reeling a fishing rod, but his thumb pops up to say thumbs up. And it's pretty funny. Can I do this? Yes, I can. So the road I want to go is all backed up, but there's another road right here that looks like a shortcut. We're fixing to find out. Years ago it used to be one. Hopefully it still is. Yep. It's not backed up as much. Still backed up. Alright, so well, the hard part about this particular order is I need to pause it afterwards because I don't want to take any orders while I'm here. I do know that much. Because this, I just don't like dashing up in Little Rock. So this road takes me, so I went up the freeway, came across, went down at the back roads, and now it's on a road that takes me underneath the freeway, and there's no exit or on-ramp to the freeway here. I can tell you the roads back here are full of big old potholes. I know where I am, and I don't know why they sent me the way that they sent me. I hate the DoorDash GPS. It is garbage. Absolute garbage. Now these apartments, if these are the ones I have to go to, and they are, I've been here once or twice before, and they have like 10 buildings, and they all have indoor entrances. Like it's almost like almost like a hotel type apartment complex. And getting in there is not an easy task. So I gotta figure all that out. Left gate code number. Last on the right. Last building on the right. Okay. First door, first floor, first door on the left. Alright, I'm gonna go deliver this food. I'll be right back. Alright, guys, so that order was $6.75 DoorDash pay and $5.50 tip. So $12.25. So I have hit pause, and I'll tell you what, I am gonna pause this video and we'll jump back on when we get back to a part of town where we're gonna dash. So I will see you guys in a few minutes.
See it very well.
Okay guys, I'm back. Just taking a little break there, listening to the Razorbacks baseball play the Arkansas Little Rock Trojans. They got a 2-game midweek season. The Razorbacks won, I think, 10-0 in 7 yesterday. Today, I think it's in the second inning, maybe. It's still 0-0. And then I just got back into Bryant. I got an order, another tough one for a Wednesday. It's $11 for 10 miles and 2 drop-offs from Little Caesars. So, yay me! So, been eating some snacks on the way back into town. So, carrots, yummy. So I'm gonna have it over the freeway here to Little Caesars and pick up their orders. Hopefully, they're somewhat ready. It looks like we're gonna have the night of the long deliveries with little pay. So 2 orders for 10, well, I think it was $11. And Little Caesars people aren't known for being heavy tippers. And it looks like my Little Caesars may have opened at the new store, not this one, because this one looks empty. Now I gotta figure out how to get out of this center lane with all this traffic. So I have a feeling the app is not going to like picking up at the new location. It looks fancy and clean. I know that. I've driven past it a few times. The old one was dirty, dirty, dirty looking. I'm hoping whatever they do, they just tear that other building down. Alright, so what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? See people in there waiting for pizzas, so maybe it's just like the one in Benton. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Alright, so that was an ordeal. A good like 20-minute wait for two pizzas. Well, it's two orders. Multiple pizzas and crazy breads and sauces and drinks and all that fun stuff. So all for $11. So another day in the life, but we'll figure it out. I guess there's just one entrance and one exit, and you gotta drive around the building here at the new Little Caesars. Alright. And it's all backed up. All backed up. And they're repaving the roads. Okay. Oh my goodness, that was ridiculous. Well, another day in the life. Another day in the life. We'll see where this is taking me, because I'm pretty sure this is going to take me to a place that I can't get to the apartment. And I'm pretty sure I'm correct on this one. If in fact it's an apartment. I don't know, but I know there's an apartment down here and you can't get in the back way, so maybe it's not an apartment. Maybe it's a duplex or something. There's something right here. Okay, never been here before. A little duplex right on this side road. So I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna get out and deliver this food. So hold on. All right. So we got that one handed off, and we sent messages to the new people. And it is 16 minutes away, way back in the middle of the woods. Alright. So, we're going to head out to no man's land. We are going to eat some more of our snacks along the way. I have some dill pickles. A little bit sour. Can't see the light. For the rear view mirror. Oh, interesting. There we go. Alrighty then. In case you guys are wondering, this is my Lark water bottle. Got it on Amazon. There is a link in the description if you guys want to take a look. You pay what I pay. If you use my affiliate link, no cheaper, no more expensive. I used to think that when you go to those affiliate links, they raise the prices by the percentage that they're giving to the affiliate person, but they're not. So in essence, I don't know how they do it, but they must make enough money off of it to be able to give someone a commission, right? It's like a little sales commission. So if anybody is interested in looking at some things that I have on there, feel free. Click the link, purchase the item. It'll help me out in my endeavors. So, I would greatly appreciate it. So I wanted to share one of my videos. I wouldn't say it went viral because that means like hundreds of thousands or millions of views, but in my world it was viral because I have 2 videos of shorts that went up over 1,000 views yesterday. So pretty crazy. Then the short that I sent out this morning, 11. So you kind of get that high, and then they bring you back down, right? So I had another one come out this afternoon, I think, another short. Let me go see how much. Where's that one at? I don't know where my shorts are. Oh. We're up to 14. Talking about cash tips. So I had a Dashing in the Dark video went out, episode 13, 7 hours ago. So this morning, and it has 5 views. So just trying to get people to, Oh, look at that! I now have 6 followers. So I've gotten 2 new followers in the last couple days. So thank you guys. Don't know who you are, I can't tell. But feel free, if you're watching it, hit that like button. I don't know how it works, but if you hit like, it just lets YouTube know that this might be a worthy video to share in other people's feeds. Because that's how people see it, is they're just flipping through these feeds and they see the video. And if people like it, then guess what? They'll put it in front of more people. So it just gets out there for more and more people to see. And I am a small YouTube creator, a new YouTube creator. So I don't have a lot of followers. I don't have a lot of content. And it takes a lot of views to get monetized. So I will say I have a monetized Facebook account, and I thought when it first got monetized, I was like, oh, I'm gonna make some money here. And I don't know what they did, but I made $100 in the first month or so. And then it dropped to nothing. And then every once in a while, like maybe once a year, I'll make a little bit of money, and then it just drops to nothing. So now I'm like making between $1 to $2 a month on YouTube videos with my foodie channel, Tip Top Chew. So it's just one of those things that I don't know how it works. So it is what it is. I just plug it in, have fun with it. I think the goal for me, for most people it should be, is not to ever count on being monetized. It's the fact that you're having fun with it. It's like a hobby. You're trying to put out decent looking videos that maybe might be beneficial to someone out there. Someone's thinking about going to DoorDashing, or someone that is DoorDashing that might be struggling, or just to bounce ideas off of people. So if you're a DoorDasher and you have questions or you have ideas, shoot them to me, put them in comments. Look up my page on Facebook and instant message me. I'll be happy to talk to you about whatever. So anyway, I hadn't said this in a while, but I've been door dashing since maybe last January, so almost a year and a half now. It's taken me this long to get 2,500 deliveries. There's been a couple of times where, like, I took about a month break in sometime last year when my car broke down, and then I took a couple of weeks over the Christmas holidays. I took a couple of weeks another time when I went on a work deal to Atlanta, and then we spent a few days in Charleston and Savannah. So and I'm about to take another long extended break. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm sure I'll do little things along the way to try to keep the channel going. Probably look for ways to do YouTube shorts through the time that I'm out by clipping videos from my long videos and then clipping them into shorts, putting them out there. Maybe going through some of those videos and finding some longer conversations and make them into very specific detailed YouTube videos that aren't just total ramblings, that are built into these long format conversations. So we gotta see how that works. I will probably, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've thought about doing another channel for traveling, but I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with that. Not exactly sure. I wouldn't mind doing another channel. I just, it's like, this DoorDashing thing has really got me not bogged down because it's what I've chosen to do and I like doing it. I don't necessarily like doing all the video stuff, the editing and stuff, because it just takes time. But I feel somewhat committed to do that. So I'm gonna keep doing it for a little while. See what kind of traction we can get over the next few months. And if I can find a way to get my YouTube channel monetized and actually get subscribers that follow me for following me, not for like, I'll watch yours if you watch mine kind of deal, then you know, maybe it can go somewhere. But if not, it doesn't, and that's okay too. I think in today's economy, it's like you're just looking for different little ways. One, that you can have fun and you can figure out how to make a little bit of money out of it. So for me, doing this DoorDashing thing is fairly a simple thing, and that I don't have to think about it too much. I don't do the shopping. I don't do other things that DoorDash has offers in there. I try to keep it simple. Sometimes it does get frustrating in the fact that you have to pick up orders and you have to wait a long time, or you have to drive a long ways to get to places that are out of the way, and you have to debate them. Is that too much money or not enough money for me to take these orders? That kind of stuff. So anyway, like 20 kids playing out in the back, out on this back street, climbing in and out of pickup trucks and all this stuff. So, anyway, all right. Well, I'm pulling up to this place here. I'm gonna drop this pizza off, and then I will be right back. Okay, let's see what we got here. We're way out of the our zone, so 2 deliveries, DoorDash pay, $5.50. First customer, $0 tip. Second customer, $5.50 tip. So $11 total. So basically, I got $5.50 from DoorDash for 2 orders. And truthfully, this delivery was worth the $5.50. So they gave me really $0 and $0 tip for the other one. And this order should have been $11.50 or $11 by itself. Anyway, it is what it is. And look at that. My AR is up to 68%. So I think I've gone from 64 to 68. So we'll keep trucking. I got let me back out, see, I think I should have $25.25. 25. All right, I got a long ways to go to get back into town, so I'm gonna pause this and we'll come back when I get closer. Thanks. Okay, so I just got an offer here. It's counting down. A little Hispanic or Mexican place, $10.50 for 4.5 miles. I will accept that one. So back online, trying not to get ran over by people. So yeah. So tonight has been a little bit different. I'm sitting at $25.25 after 2.5 hours. So that is yeah, not where I want to be. But we'll keep on trucking, try to get some more orders in. This order was $10, so for 4.5 miles, so that's good compared to some of the other ones I've taken already. So so yeah, we're gonna get this one, get it delivered, and somewhere along the way, before it gets dark and we move over to dashing in the dark, we're gonna have to come up with a top 5 list for tonight. Maybe have a little personal finances discussion. I don't know what that's going to be about, but we'll get it figured out. And I'll make an illegal U-turn here. I don't know if it's illegal or not. There's no signs that say no U-turn, but they got in restaurants that are being blocked by a median, so you have to go up, turn around, and then get back. Ugh. So, alright, I'm gonna run into this place. I don't know what. I have an idea what I can do. A top 5 on, but let me think about it. So, I'll be right back. Alright. It says it's about 10 miles away, but I think, man, my phone seems to be froze up. There we go. So oh, I know where this place is, kinda. So I will. Okay, so I know where it's at. All right, so I know this is probably a one-way street, but I'm gonna go out this way. top 5 list for today. So today I'm gonna go with top 5 food ethnicities. I don't know if that's the thing or so my top 5, let's just say types of food. So and based upon Italian ethnicity, I guess. I don't know how else to say it. So Mexican, I mean, I guess we can go like Mexican would be one, but there's lots of different like Latino type places that are different than Mexican. That there's not a lot of those places around. They're usually few and far between. I mean, if you said like Cuban versus South American or some, there used to be some Latin American type cuisine places, you know, and they all have plantains, they have other dishes like that. So it could be some sub-branch of like American food, like Southern. I know Southern would be fairly big genre, but still, I would go with that. Southern, Cajun, French, Italian, Japanese, Chinese, Korean, Southwest, like Tex-Mex. So with the idea of that being the cuisine, the type of cuisine, I got to come up with my top 5, and I got to make it before it gets dark. So this is going to be one that's kind of tough for me. I know some ones that I like because I can lump things into those buckets. I don't know, although I have been to some of these places in the real world, and they do serve these things. You know, like going to Japan and finding a Neapolitan pizza place that was cooked just like if you were in Naples. I'm like, good night, that is some good pizza. But I wouldn't classify it as Japanese food because I was in Japan and eating that, but it was good Italian food. And if you go to Naples, you can get Italian food pizza. Now, not all pizza is going to be quote-unquote Italian, but I think derived from. How about that? So anyway, I'm gonna dive into this a little bit. I know the ones that I eat at all the time, and it's not necessarily because they would be my favorite. It's because it's what we have, right? So there's a lot of influx of Hispanic people here, and all across the United States, and with it, they bring some excellent food dishes with them. So there's that. There's certain places you can go that you can get some incredible Southern dishes. So I can think about that. Mexican food, Italian. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. I do like a good. I don't know what hibachi really is. Is hibachi Chinese? Is it Japanese? Is it just an American creation? I've been to Japan. Me and the kids went to Japan several years ago. 2018-ish, I think. And we had lots of good ramen while we were there. We only ventured out and got sushi maybe 1 or 2 times that I can remember, but we had lots of ramen. My kids were loving ramen at the time, and I just missed my exit, so oh well. But yeah, so I'm trying to think through these things. I kind of have an idea what I would put at, well, I'm probably going to go with one of, my number 1 and my number 2 are probably like neck and neck. So again, with these top 5s, I pretty much know my number 1 and number 2. It's getting 3, 4, and 5 and getting them in an order that that I would rank them. And when I think about, well, I just think about some places that I've been that are so good, it makes me want to put them at the top. But then there's other places I've been that, yeah. So, I think I know what my, well, I think I know what my top 3 are going to be. And I think my number 2 just got pushed down to number 3, and number 3 pushed up to number 2. So it's crazy how that kind of stuff happens, but I am just thinking about some places that I've been to, in Charleston, been to in, where did we go? We went one place in Nashville last year, that was just utterly amazing, and it was, you sit down at a family style dinner with random people, but everybody sat at this one big old table, and they just bring out tons of food, and everybody, you take the food bowl, you get some out, and you pass it around, and then it gets around to everyone. And that place makes that place. There's a place in Oxford, Mississippi. So I'm gonna move that category up to number 2. And it may press buttons to get to number 1, but I'm probably gonna stick with the number 2. And I know what number 3 is. I know what number 1 is gonna be. So that leaves me with some other cuisines. And I'm trying to think about, I've been to New Orleans, and I want to go back to New Orleans and do like a food crawl in New Orleans. But to me, I'm just not, I like it, but I don't know that I want to put it in my top 5 as being like Creole or Cajun. I like it, maybe not all the time. So I'm gonna have to put those as like an honorable mention. I think that like I love some Chinese food. Nothing wrong with it, but I'm still thinking like honorable mention as far as some Chinese food. I can't really think of anything. I'm trying to think, just rack my brain as to what other things I might be missing. So I don't know what else I could be missing here? Chinese, Asian, a lot of Asian places you go to today, they're just a grab bag of different Asian cuisines. You'll see some Chinese, they may serve sushi, they're gonna throw in some Thai food in there. It's just kind of just like, wait a minute, I thought this was a Chinese place. No, wait a minute, I thought this was a sushi place. No, they got it all. We got a place like that. My daughter worked there for like 2 years in Bryant, and I like it what they have. And they have this one dish that I really like is I haven't been there in a good while. I should. Well, not everybody likes it as much as I do. So, but what is that? It is a spicy pineapple fried rice that has chicken. It might have chicken, steak, and shrimp. Maybe. But that stuff's pretty good. But it's just like a hibachi. Number 4, number 5. I am very, I feel like I'm missing some things. I can go and get Indian food. There's a couple of Indian places here in town that I like it, but I can't put it in my top 5. I don't like it that much. I remember we went to Chicago 2 summers ago, maybe, and we stopped on our way home and went to this, it was in this neighborhood that was like half Indian, half Pakistani, which is just like, what in the world is happening here, right? Because they hate each other in India and Pakistan, but the people there seem to get along. And this restaurant was an Indian place right there in the middle of it, and it was freaking fantastic. But I still can't just find myself to move up the list. Now, there's a lot of different cuisines that I don't know that I've had the full pleasure of dining and immersing myself into those things. Like, I would really like to get more into some Middle Eastern cuisines. I love falafel, love shawarmas, things like that, but I would really like to get deeper into those things, but I don't feel like I'm any kind of expert or have had enough to know that I want to put it in my top 5. I'm trying to think of other things, like some German type food. I do like some German foods. I like some good German brats. I like the sauerkraut. I like the what is it, like is it chicken schnitzel, or is it something else? I don't remember. I had some kind of schnitzel, not that, well, it was last year sometime. That was really, really, really good. I don't know what kind of meat it was, though. I can't remember. But it was good. So, I don't think I would put it in my top 5. It's definitely right below. German, French, some French pastries maybe, but I don't know about French cuisine. I just don't know that I've had enough real French cuisine. Alright, where are we going? I'm almost here, and I got someone behind me, so... no, that's it. The number is missing off their house, but it's on their mailbox. Or the 4th digit is missing off their house. Alright, let me run this in. We'll count down this top 5. Alright, so that order was $3.50 for DoorDash pay and a $7 tip. So $10.50 rounds us up to $35.75. So let's go find some more orders. That is at $35.75 after 3 hours. So yeah, all right. So moving on up. We only need $65 more to get our 100. All right. So I don't know where I want to go. I'm gonna go back this way, see if we can catch some of these other little places that I usually go to. And this little stretch here, people like to use as an autostrada with I think there's no speed limit, so they come flying down through there. So top 5 cuisines. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna put in as 4 of them. Of them. Let's take. I just can't think of. Okay, so I got that. Yeah, it's a tough one for me. I may have to move up one of my honorable mentions into the top 5 because I got a lot of them that are down there that I wasn't necessarily thinking that I would put down there. I'm trying to think of other obscure things that I might have had, like in different parts of the United States, but it's kind of just like coming up with zeros. You know, I'm trying to think of like Eastern Seacoast or what I've had up there that's, you know, unique to other places versus like, you know, I don't know. I can think of places that I've been to that I absolutely love that fit into my number 1 and my number 2. And I kind of think about merging, you know, like Mexican and Tex-Mex and that kind of stuff, kind of merging them together and not counting them as 2 different things. Because most of the times they are very, you know, they might not be exactly the same, but now if I were to go to different parts of Mexico and Central America and northern South America and Caribbean islands, Cuban and stuff like that, it's all going to be different. But primarily what I get here in the States is going to be more closer to Tex-Mex or like Southwest Mex. I don't know if that's even a thing, but I'm drawing a total blank on what else I can throw in there that I really, really, really like. I don't know that I've really had like Lebanese food, true Lebanese. Okay, I remember. I got it. Okay, so here's what we're gonna go with. I got 5 things, and we're gonna start with number 5. So where would I put these things? So number 4. What was number 4? I've already forgotten. Okay. All right. So here's what we're gonna do, and I know this is one of them is probably more based upon one item, maybe 2 items that I like a lot, and I haven't got into too much of other things from there, but maybe someday. But the things that if I go to these types of restaurants, I always get the same things, and I think of 2 of them being at totally different restaurants for the most part, because there's a lot of so number 5, I'm gonna say Japanese. So Japanese, I think I'm sure there's lots and lots of different. I know there's different types of sushi. So I'll eat the raw fish sushi. I don't know. My phone's gone to black. I guess I ought to plug this stuff in. So I'll eat some of that. It's not what I'm gonna pick unless someone gets a big platter of it, and I'll try that. Usually I like more like crawfish and shrimp rolls. Spicy crawfish rolls is one of my favorites for little sushi rolls. But then things you don't get at a Japanese restaurant is usually because they're standalone, but they're still Japanese, is a ramen. So different kinds of ramen bowls are freaking excellent. And we had so much of that. So I'm going to put that at number 5 is the Japanese, including the ramen. Sushi and ramen being the primary things associated with that. I know my daughter, she's going to Japan in July, and doesn't have a return ticket. So she's going to school over there, and is planning on at least a year, but maybe 2 years. So we'll see what happens with that. And then from there, but any which way, I know she really likes some other Japanese dishes like katsu, and basically it's a breaded shrimp or breaded chicken over a bed of lettuce. She likes the steamed rice. I would much rather have fried rice, which I don't even know if you can get that in Japan. But I just like it. But anyway, so number 5 is going to be Japanese. So as we're driving around waiting for DoorDashes, I don't know why I'm getting work emails this late at night. And I'm getting a EMR documentation training seat. Why am I getting this? I do EMR documentation training for CSAs. So who is doing this training? Now, this may be something I'm not doing. I wonder what that is. Okay. I need to find out about that. But more than that, I need some orders, people. So, okay. So Japanese, number 5. And I will tell you, I don't know. There's a couple places that we go to in Saline County, which is down southwest of Little Rock, where we live. There's probably 3 places that we could get sushi at that I would eat the sushi at. $5 for 5 miles, we're gonna take it. I mean, for goodness gracious, I took a $2 one for more earlier, just because I want to get my AR up. Now I gotta find the Wendy's. Where is this Wendy's? Where's it taking me to that Wendy's? Yeah. But there's 3 places in Little Rock. There's several. In Saline County, where I live, and then to take me out to a couple other places. Or into Little Rock. I'm sure there's plenty of other sushi places. I don't typically go into town for sushi. But there's another place in Bryan I forgot about that's not necessarily Asian. Sorry, I keep getting off of focus there. I click on the screen and it takes it off the autofocus. But there's a little place that's a chain. I don't know if it's regional or nationwide, but called Rock and Roll Sushi. So it's a fun place. They just have big screen TVs with rock videos playing the whole time. So and the sushi tastes pretty good, and I get DoorDashes for them all the time. So shout out to Rock and Roll Sushi in Benton. There's some places that serve ramen in Little Rock or even in Saline County. I haven't been to them in a while, and I do enjoy going there, but again, it's just like the company. My girlfriend doesn't care for it, so we just haven't been in a long time. So I probably need to pack my daughter up in the car and head over there, and just tell her, it's like, look, this is what you get to look forward to in Japan. Which I don't know if she'll be eating a lot of ramen when she gets over there or not. But so this place, the last time I did eat there, it's probably been 2 or 3 years ago, maybe longer. But it's always good, and yeah. So anyway, yeah, Japanese number 5. Number 4, I am going to make it Greek. So Greek, you get a lot of grilled meats, you get some veggies, you get some pita bread, you get hummus. Very similar to some Middle Eastern style foods as well. Maybe a little bit different on the seasonings, but very similar in, lamb, chicken, that kind of stuff. So I really enjoy Greek gyros. There's a couple of places in Little Rock and surrounding areas, but nothing in Saline County that I know of that does any kind of Greek. There is on the southwest edge of town, there's a chain, and I think it's more of a regional chain, and I can't think of the name of it right now. It's owned by an Arkansas group. At least the local chain restaurants are owned by local people, I know that, but the chain I've seen is Tzatziki's. So they have one in southwest Little Rock that's not too far from Saline County. But the one that we always go to is further up in Little Rock, and it's a regional chain as well, I think out of Florida maybe, called Little Greek. And to me, they have excellent gyros. We go in there, and I get one called the Olympian that's got half of the gyro shaved meat off of those spear, or whatever they're called, where they're the cylinder slab of meat that they cook on the outside and slice it off. And then it's got grilled chicken in it as well, along with the rest of the stuff, along with tzatziki sauce. So I absolutely love the gyro, or as some people like to say, the gyro, or the gyro, or hero, or whatever. But any which way, I do like that. I like other dishes. Tzatziki's has a lamb salad that's really good. It's just grilled lamb meat, seasoned and on Greek dressing and salad. It's really good. Always we get baklava every single time. So yeah, awesome kind of stuff. So number 4 is going to be Greek, and I'm going to go pick up this Wendy's order, and we'll be right back to finish up the top 3. Okay, so we got the order picked up, all bagged up. We have messaged the customer to say we are on the way, and we are getting some more water. All right. So, top 5 list. As it's getting closer and closer to dark. All right, where are we going? I don't recognize any of this. I think we'll cut through the Goodwill parking lot. Back up here. Alright, here we go. And dodge some cars. Okay, top 5 list. Number 5 was Japanese. Number 4, Greek. And every once in a while, I'll just say this about every once in a while, we'll be on a trip somewhere and we'll just find us a Greek place. So we went to one when we went to Chicago. There was one that not too far from our hotel that we stayed at. And then we went to, I think it was Nashville for a weekend. We went and found a Greek place there. And then there's Little Greek, and there's, I think it's called Mama's Gyros in Sherwood. That's really good. And then there's another place in Little Rock called Leo's, what is it called? Leo's Greek something. Sorry, I can't think of the name of it. It's been a little while since I've been to that place, but when I ate there, it was really good. So I need. There's so many places and not enough me to go around, and not enough money for me to spend at restaurants. So I go to places once, and then it's rare that it's not rare. Sometimes I find these favorite places that I go to over and over again. But I always want to go back to Leo's, and I just haven't got back over there yet. So Leo's Greek Castle, I think is what it's called. So check that place out in Little Rock. All right, so number 3. So number 3 is kind of a toss-up for me with 3, 2, and 1. But I think the more I think about it, the more that I see some clear... Now, I'm going to tell you this, just because of the enormity, I don't know if enormity is the right word, but the amount of Hispanic places in and around Little Rock and Bryant and Benton, and I absolutely love most all of them. And I am placing quote-unquote Mexican Tex-Mex at my number 3. I still think of them as Mexican restaurants. They could have other nationalities of people in the kitchen making the food, but a lot of the same flavors. Fajitas, tacos. I absolutely love street tacos. Corn tortillas, not flour. Make the best in the little tiny ones where you need to... If you make good street tacos, you will always put 2 corn tortillas down, and then put the meat and the cilantro and onion on it, and then some type of sauce. Sometimes I'll get the hot sauce and I'm like, that was a mistake. I can tell you about one place we went to that's over in Little Rock. It's at a little Mexican grocery store, and you go all the way in, you go to the back, and they have a little taqueria in there. And I don't remember, I think I got a burrito that day, but they put one of those roasted peppers on my plate, and I was like, it's just it's nothing, right? So I took one bite of that thing, and I didn't know if I was going to make it out of there alive. My face instantly turned red, and my whole mouth was on fire, and I was drinking orange Fanta like it was going out of style. And I was like, whoo! I was eating that burrito trying to get caught, and I was like, my kids were like, I don't know about this dude, right? This doesn't look good. The road I need to turn on appears to be closed. So, So, number 3, Mexican food. There's places they just built. They've got it. I don't know how big of a chain it is, if it's only in Little Rock or whatever in Central Arkansas, or if it's bigger than that. But they got a little place now in Bryant called Senor Tequila. And then there's a little place on the other side of the freeway in Bryant called Mi Ranchito. And I waited from 2016 up until maybe 2024 before I ever ate at that place. And then I'm like, why did I miss out on all those years of eating Mexican food? So those 2 in Bryant proper are my 2 favorite places to get Mexican food. So anyway, I really like those 2 places. So if you're in Bryant, check out Mi Ranchito or Senor Tequila. There's plenty of other places. To me, how you judge it is that if they barely speak English, then you're at the right spot, right? If they come out with white college kids serving your food or making your food, then you're at the wrong place. I'm just letting you know. That's a little, I don't know, I don't know if it's racist to say that or not. I don't think it is, but I'm just speaking the truth. Not to say some white kids can't make good Mexican food, but I just usually find if you go in and that's what you find, then you're like, well, I don't know about this place. But I have been to some place, not around here, but there are some places that I've been to in my travels that you're like, nope, this ain't gonna cut it. But anyway, and I can tell you about one little place in Bryant called Taqueria Cuerto, and it is a little place. Although I was in there the other day and they built a bar in there. Now, granted, there was no one there, so I don't know if it's off time or what. But they built a bar. But the little taqueria, basically, it's like a, they make these meats that they kind of sit there like it's at a, what is it? A buffet. Or a diner, not a diner, but like a Luby's cafeteria. That's a cafeteria. So they have all these different meats that you might put on any kind of Hispanic dish. So I usually get street tacos, and they have this one tray of meat that's been sitting there soaking up juices all day long in some spicy sauce that has this pork in there, and I don't know if they call it, I tell them I want spicy pork tacos, and they know exactly what I'm talking about. So it's the spicy pork, and I try not to get hot sauce on those because that puts the hurt on me. But anyway, I just absolutely love those little spicy pork tacos. But that's at Taqueria Cuerto. If you're ever in Bryant and you just want some little street tacos, check that place out. Anyway, so moving on. So I'm 300 feet away from this house. So between the time we picked up Wendy's and got to these people's house, I've only got up one place. Crap, I don't know where these people live. Is it right on this corner house? Sorry. I don't know how to turn my hazards on. Oh, are they turning in here? So these people are turning into the driveway where I think I'm delivering food to. So I'm gonna pause, I'll be right back. Alright, so $3.50 DoorDash pay with a $1.50 tip. We gotta get better than that. Come on. Alright, so headed, I think we said number 4 Japanese, number 5 Japanese, number 4 Greek, number 3 Mexican, number 2. So this one is a tough one for me because just because, and throwing Mexican in there because I do eat more Mexican food than anything else. But again, it's what we have around here the most, but I do love it as well. I love street tacos. I love cheese dip. I love just even fajita meat with, I don't even have to have the flour tortillas, but just to do that. But anyway, so moving on from Mexican to my number 2 place. And my number 2 place is going to have to be, I'm going to have to, I like it so much that it's hard not to put it at number 1, but then I like some other stuff a little bit better. So my number 2 is straight up American Southern cuisine. So, and that's a lot of different types of food. You could say like catfish, barbecue. It could be lots of things as far as that goes. But I'm going to tell you, I wish I could think of the name of the restaurant that I went to in Nashville. That was that family style dining. We ate in there. We ate next. We got set next to some guys that were, I think there was 3 or 4 of them, I can't remember, but they were referees for like college football games, and they were in Nashville to do a game that weekend, and they come to that place to eat, and I was like, and we carried on a conversation with them about football, which was kind of awesome. So that, and I just hate that I can't think of the name of it. Now, one place that I can tell you the name of is in Oxford, Mississippi. It's on the, I don't know what you call it, the courthouse square, I guess. But there's all kinds of restaurants and places around there, square. And the one place is called Ajax. That place right there has some of the best Southern food you can find. Yeah, it makes me want to go to Oxford again. So I found that place when I was working at my last job, and I was implementing a software at an agency in Oxford, and I would go there and stay for the week, and I would always go there and eat. And it was just some of the best food. Cornbread and beans. And for me, when I get Southern meats, it's 9 times out of 10, it's going to be meatloaf. Because for whatever reason, I just love good meatloaf. I ordered it the other day. We got breakfast from Cracker Barrel, and got it as takeout, and they have this little deal where you can get a meal, like a lunch size meal to go for $5 with your other order. So we always order like some chicken and I get a meatloaf, and I'm just like, I don't know how to make meatloaf. Maybe I need to learn how to make it. I don't ever buy beef, and I don't know if it'd be that good just using ground turkey, but maybe. But any which way, those kind of places to me are awesome to eat at. You can get like all kinds of fried foods, and I try to stick away from those things because they do give me like heartburn, indigestion, all of those kind of bad feelings. But sometimes you just got to get them. There's people I know that will tear up some fried okra. I am not an okra fan at all. But like some squash, zucchini, butter beans, sheesh, just all those old-fashioned veggies. Even if you just got like a veggie plate, I would be happy with that. Alright, I gotta order $8.75 for 4.9 miles at a little hibachi place here in town. So, shout out here to Yum Yums in Benton. They do have some good hibachi, and they usually have lots of DoorDash orders. So this is my first one there tonight. So I'm just right around the corner from where I'm at. So we'll head over there pick up some Yum Yums and go deliver it. Okay, so it's right around the corner, but I'm gonna go ahead and jump to, I'm gonna talk about the Southern food a little bit more. I'm really racking my brain. Obviously, Cracker Barrel is a national chain, but you can't go wrong with eating their Southern food. There used to be a place here, and I don't know if it's gone out of business all across the country, but it was called the Dixie Cafe. That place we used to go to in probably the 80s and 90s. That was delicious. Luby's used to have a good cafeteria Southern food. I don't know if they still do or not, but there used to be this cafeteria in Little Rock called Frankie's, and I mean that is where every old person was there. My grandparents. I used to go with my grandparents. But yeah, that was the place to go. There was one in the mall. My grandfather, he would go walking in the mall and then go up there and eat lunch at Frankie's. So yeah. Anyway, I'm trying to rack my brain right now as to other Southern kind of places. I can tell you that I haven't been there in years, but there's one in Little Rock called, what is it called? Bobby's something. I don't know what it's Bobby's something. It's over off of Markham and Shackelford area. That place only opens for lunch. And they've got some awesome Southern. It's almost like a cafeteria setting. But all these people that work in that area flock over there and get food for lunch. All right, I'm gonna go get this food. We'll be back and cover my number one. And yeah, we'll be right back. All right, we're back in the car and got everything tucked away. Gotta figure out how to get there. Okay. Okay, so number 5, Japanese. Number 4, Greek. Number 3, Mexican. Number 2 was Southern food. So my number 1 is going to be straight up Italian. So I don't know why, but I like it all. So number 1 on the whole list altogether is just straight up pizza. I don't care if it's New York style pizza, Detroit style pizza, hand tossed, thin crust, deep dish. I'll take it. Now I do have some things that I like. I like a good non-sweet sauce. I like Supreme. I would prefer that the Supreme have medium chopped veggies, not big like chunks that you need to eat with a fork or bite them in half or whatever. But yeah, I like pizza. But then on top of that, I love spaghetti. I love one of my favorite dishes at any Italian restaurant is going to be the bolognese. I like a good bolognese. It usually has pork, ground pork. It usually has finely chopped veggies in the sauce. Thicker sauce usually. And served over some, either some kind of spaghetti. But I like a good bolognese. I like going to restaurants and just trying their spaghetti. If their spaghetti's good, then the rest of their stuff is going to be good. If I don't like their spaghetti, then I'm probably not going to like the rest of it, mainly because of the sauce. And I find that if I don't like them, it's usually because they have a sweet sauce. And I'm just not a sweet sauce. I don't like having sugar in my spaghetti sauce. I can promise you that going to Cincinnati and having their chili served over spaghetti with, what else do they put? Oh, cinnamon cooked in their chili? No. That was not good at all. And those people just adored it. And I'm like, nope. So I ate at Skyline one time with workers from the agency I was at there, and never went back. No, not for me. Not that I don't mind like chili on top of spaghetti noodles, because I can see where that could be okay. But the sauce, the chili was horrible. Anyway, back to Italian places. So obviously, I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely love Olive Garden, but I don't go there because I like to support local. So I had a gift certificate from one of the soccer teams I coached. They gave me a gift certificate, and I went to Olive Garden here in Benton. It was spectacular. The breadsticks, yes, keep them coming. But I can tell you this, and we talked about this in a video the other day, and I don't know why I brought it up, but there are, I'm gonna say, 2 really good Italian places in Saline County, and they're both in Benton. Sorry for the other places, but these 2 places are a little bit above, right? As far as what I would consider to be Italian. I gotta get on the freeway. The first one is Verona. So shout out to Verona. I do a lot of, I don't know about a lot. Occasionally I do DoorDashes for Verona. I drive by them a lot in hopes that I'll get DoorDashes for them. Because usually people that get stuff from Verona, they're buying a big old order for their family, and they'll leave a decent sized tip. And so Verona is great to dine in. They just went through an expansion of their building and redid the whole inside. It's a lot more open. The waiting area is better for everyone than the old one. But yeah, it's nice. The people there are nice. The guy, I don't know if he's an owner or one of the owners, or he just works there, but he had opened up a pizza shop down the street he opened a pizza shop in where my favorite pizza place is now. So I'm gonna have to mention that place again as far as quote unquote Italian, because I'll just lump it in there. But so here's the deal. In Benton, there's Verona, which I just passed. There's a place downtown, right a street over from the courthouse. I can't remember which street it's called, but you can see the courthouse basically, and it's called Italy in Town. It's a little bit pricier, has white tablecloths, cloth tablecloths, not the plastic kinds or paper kind. So it's a little bit nicer. I wouldn't say you have to dress up to go there, but it is a little bit nicer. A little bit more on the romantic side, maybe, than Verona. But it's a really nice place, a really nice setting. And to me, and now granted, it's been a while since I've been, and I know that the chef, or I don't know if he was the owner / chef or just the chef, passed away, and then they were down for a couple days and then they reopened. I presume, and the things that I've heard about it is that it's just as good. So, any which way, I do need to find time to go back there, because it is a good place to go. The other place that's my favorite pizza place in town, it's in Bryant, called Different Dough Pizza Co. So shout out to Brian over at Different Dough Pizza Co. He has a small little sit-down area, but to me, he's got good pizzas all around. But for me, that Detroit, I just can't get enough of it. And usually, when I say that, I do get enough because I'm fully stuffed. I should have only ate one, maybe two max, but I eat 3 pieces, and then I'm utterly stuffed. So usually, between the two of us, we get 1 pizza, and we have, the last time, truthfully, we had 2 pieces the night of, and it comes with the way he cuts it. There's 8 pieces on this Detroit. You cut it. We eat 2 pieces the night of, and then the last time I just had 1 piece for lunch the next 2 days, and I throw it in the air fryer, and it just kind of crisps it up to where it tastes good, and the cheese melts, and the pepperoni gets crispy again, and all that fun stuff. So to me, it's delicious. So I'm gonna finish this off. My number 1 was Italian, and with that, well, I'll come back and wrap up this order here, and then we'll shut it down for a minute and go into dashing in the dark. So we'll see you back in here in a second. Alright, so DoorDash pay $3.25, customer tip $5.50. His name was James. So I had sent him a text and said, it's like texting myself. He didn't reply to that, but I said, James, and he goes, James, So evidently he read who it was coming from. Alright, so that puts me at $49.50 at $7.59. So yeah, we're going to shut this one down. It's been about 2 hours and 23 minutes. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate every single one of you that has the opportunity to catch my videos. Be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you have a chance, and I will catch you on another one. So have a great day. Bye.